Sales race. Xiaomi versus Apple. Who is the king of smartphones? Welcome to our channel. Today, we will dive into the sales analysis of two famous smartphone brands, Xiaomi and Apple. The journey of these two brands in the smartphone market is not only a story of technology, but also a story of business strategy, global development, and how they overcome challenges over time. So how have Xiaomi and Apple developed? And what will the future be like? Let's find out now. The beginnings of Apple, 2007 to 2010. Apple began its journey to smartphone dominance in 2007, when Steve Jobs introduced the first iPhone. It was a revolutionary moment in the technology industry, as a device that combined a phone, a music player, and an internet browser was introduced to the public. Not only did Apple create a new product, it redefined the concept of a mobile phone. From 2007 to 2010, Apple sold millions of iPhones. In particular, in 2010, Apple's sales reached the milestone of 40 million iPhones sold worldwide. The combination of sophisticated design and unique iOS operating system helped Apple quickly become the leading name in the high-end smartphone market. The emergence of Xiaomi, 2011 to 2015. While Apple was already well established, another Chinese brand started to make waves in 2011, Xiaomi. Unlike Apple, Xiaomi took a different approach to the market by offering affordable products that still boast cutting-edge technology. Its first smartphone, the Xiaomi Mi 1, sold 300,000 units within a few months of its launch. From 2011 to 2015, Xiaomi continued to grow, especially in the Chinese market. In 2014, Xiaomi became the #1 smartphone manufacturer in China, and by 2015, Xiaomi had become the 5th largest smartphone manufacturer in the world, with over 70 million units sold. This was an impressive feat for a company that had only been around for a few years. Apple's continued growth, 2011 to 2020. During this period, Apple continued to innovate and launch new products every year. The iPhone 4, 5, and 6 series brought significant upgrades in design, camera, and performance. In particular, the launch of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus in 2014 with large screen sizes created a global fever. In 2015, Apple achieved record sales of more than 231 million iPhones. By 2020, total global iPhone sales had surpassed 1.5 billion units, affirming Apple's position as one of the most successful technology companies in the world. Customer loyalty to the Apple ecosystem is a key factor in helping the company maintain this growth momentum. Xiaomi expands and faces challenges, 2016 to 2020. While Apple continues to make steady progress in the international market, Xiaomi is not far behind. From 2016 to 2020, Xiaomi faced fierce competition from other Chinese brands such as Huawei and Oppo. However, instead of focusing solely on the domestic market, Xiaomi expanded into international markets, especially India and Europe, where it achieved significant success. By 2018, Xiaomi had risen to become the 4th largest smartphone manufacturer globally. Notably, in India, Xiaomi surpassed Apple to become the best-selling smartphone brand. In 2020, Xiaomi achieved sales of more than 145 million units. Affirming its position in the global market, Xiaomi's success comes from its reasonable pricing strategy and diversification in product lines. From the high-end Mi series to the low-cost Redmi series. Comparing Apple and Xiaomi's sales strategies. Apple and Xiaomi have completely different strategies in conquering the market. Apple focuses on the high-end segment with high-profit products, while Xiaomi targets the low-end segment with competitive prices, even willing to accept selling products with very low profit margins to attract customers. Apple has built a strong ecosystem with the App Store, iCloud, and other services like Apple Music, which help increase user engagement with its products. Xiaomi, on the other hand, has developed a broad ecosystem with smart home products, wearables, and cloud services, creating a seamless connection between its devices. Impact of global events on sales. COVID-19 and the chip crisis. The global smartphone market has been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic and the semiconductor shortage. Apple, with its robust supply chain and good management, has been able to deal with these challenges quite successfully. Meanwhile, Xiaomi, which relies heavily on low-cost devices, has had a harder time dealing with disruptions in its supply chain. Still, both companies have maintained growth momentum. Apple reported record revenue in 2021, while Xiaomi has maintained its position in important markets such as India and Europe. Recent and future trends of Xiaomi and Apple, 2021 present. Since 2021, both Apple and Xiaomi have continued to assert their position in the market. Xiaomi has expanded strongly in Europe and Latin America, while Apple has focused on upgrading its iPhone 13 and 14 product lines and expanding its revenue from services. In early 2021, Xiaomi even briefly overtook Apple to become the world's second-largest smartphone maker. However, by the end of the year, Apple quickly regained its position thanks to the success of the iPhone 13. Both companies are looking to the future with many groundbreaking products, from Xiaomi's foldable phone to Apple's rumored AR/VR device. After last year's supply challenges, the smartphone market continued to experience a gloomy 2023 due to macroeconomic and political influences. Xiaomi was the most proactive brand in changing, focusing on creating several key models for each price point, instead of launching many devices across segments. The Chinese company benefited in part from the strong economic recovery in its main markets in recent quarters. It made a mark in the low-cost segment below $200 and was the leader in markets such as India, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Africa and Latin America. The best-selling models were the Redmi 13 and Redmi Note 13 series. Xiaomi's sales have continued to grow and are also the fastest growing in 2024 at 22% year-on-year, helping the global market recover and surpass Apple to reach second place in August 2024. Because August is the time when iPhone sales are the lowest of the year as users wait for the new generation of phones to be released in September. It is expected that Apple will soon regain its position or even more in the last months of the year when the iPhone 16 reaches users. Conclusion. Looking ahead, both Xiaomi and Apple have ambitious plans. Xiaomi will continue to expand globally and promote the development of low-cost flagship products, while Apple is expected to focus on improving high-end products and expanding its ecosystem. So in the future, will Xiaomi continue to close the gap with Apple? Or will Apple maintain its lead in this technology race? Thank you for watching the whole video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to receive the earliest video. You can watch more videos on the right or left side of the screen. I will leave many offers below in the comments and video description.